I guess we're going live. Hey, how are you guys? I got my nice little hydro flask and my Ethereum logo looking pretty good. Hey, listen, I just want to give you a shout out. On Thursday, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be dedicating some time just on Ethereum. This weekend, I had a target price of $3,100 to $3,300. I'm predicting, I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for entertainment purposes. But I have a price target on Ethereum to be, we'll surpass 3,300 and probably hit 3,500 by Thursday. And by Sunday, I have a price target of 37 to 3,800. So I really think that we're going to hit 17,300 this year. So I'll keep you in the loop of that, and we'll do more of that next Thursday, or this Thursday coming up. Today, Ethereum's at 3,140. I think we got up to 3,182. So we're now on the 5 leg. So for anyone that knows how to read graphs, statistics, let's go through that. We're on the 5, and the 5 is going to be as big as the 1. So we'll go through more of that as we go forward. And a lot of exciting things going on in the crypto world. So I got out of all equities this year and put everything into cryptocurrency. Last year I was 20%, and I started out the first 6 months of this year with 40%, and now 100% crypto, and 75%, the lion's share, is in Ethereum. So the other ones are 7 other altcoins, one of which is XRP. So we'll be talking more about that as we go forward, and sharing some information. If you're not aware of this stuff, go ahead and open up an account on Webull or Voyager, or if you want XRP, Uphold is a good one, and Celsius is good too. But those are some good ones. I had a great weekend this weekend. I hope you guys did too. I went to the Cubs game. Unfortunately, Cubs lost. Big Cubs fan here. Been going since I was a little kid. And the Chicago White Sox, got to give it to them. Great job. I went to game 3 on Sunday, and it started out with a home run with the first batter. That was great. It was 7-0 in the first inning. That was terrible for a Cubs fan, but great for the White Sox. So today we really want to go over really how to help your team manage stress, anxiety, and burnout. With today's society, there's so much, right? We're getting bombarded with personal life and, cryptocurrency and equities and 401k and IRAs and da-da-da-da-da-da. How do we not get into this burnout situation, right? I call it cognitive overload. So the one thing that I like to do is I like to build my capacity by taking on vacation, by taking a day off. And even though everything's just hectic, you've got to take those times off. I mean, we all get PTO by law. So take them. I mean, enjoy it and get your mind off of work. It can be tough enough to manage your own stress, right? But how do you be an advocate and help other people, right? How can you, as a manager, a leader, help the members of your team to handle their feelings or stress and burnout or disengagement? Because disengagement does come into play, especially when we get sad, right? All work and no play makes Jim a sad boy. Because work is getting more demanding and complex, especially coming out of COVID and now going through this whole nother transition. I think everybody was thinking fall was going to be like, hey, let's get back together and, get back in the office. And luckily, our initiative here is stay at home. We have very few people, under 10%, working in our offices. And we did that because it's more important for our employees, for their safety and well-being. And stay at home, enjoy it. So as we look, through the 24/7 environment, the anxiety and the burnout, are not uncommon. In a high-pressure workplace, staying productive and engaged can be challenging. It's unlikely that the pace or the intensity of work will change. It won't. But we can try to build our capacity for resilience to it. We really can. So as I expand that capacity for myself, I know it's going to get busy. And usually before it gets really, really busy, I go on a long vacation, a week-long, 2-week vacation. And everybody knows it. My executive team knows, okay, Jim's coming back. He's reading, he's plotting, he's strategizing, he's getting everything together. And good morning, Brian. It's good to see you, bud. Put your comments in there. If you have a question, you want to just give a kudos, you want to just, forward the conversation, please do so. One approach is to focus on your employees, their personal growth and their development. Right? We focus on our personal growth and our development so much, but we can be that leader, exercising our leadership as our natural self-expression with helping and advocating our other employees. And we can focus on creating the happiest, healthiest, and most productive workforce that we can possibly do. Investing in our employees' personal growth and development from this perspective is the first step in unleashing creativity, enabling potential, and supporting sustainable productivity. There are some practical and easy implementations and approaches to personal development that managers and the team members can actually adopt within their culture. Let's get into some of those as we move forward. Superb job. Thanks. Appreciate it, my friend. So workers' stress levels are rising each and every day, right? Especially coming out of this whole COVID situation. Let's go ahead and put end of the month, end of the quarter, and a Friday. Oh, and let's throw a holiday in like last quarter, right? So when that happens, it really gets crazy. Especially with the COVID, more people are probably closer to burnout than ever before, such as medical staff and essential workers at the height of COVID, and you couldn't find that darn toilet paper. And there was hoarding going on, right? It was crazy. I remember walking into Jewel here in the Chicagoland area, and it was disturbing, right? The shelves were empty. Everybody had gloves on. Everybody had masks on. It was crazy. What does that do to your internal state of mind? At the height of COVID, you couldn't even find the essential things that you wanted, or you were limited. Can you imagine how stressed the grocery store workers were? I mean, come on. It's crazy. While stress can be contagious, the converse is also true. When any member of your team experiences well-being, right? This could be a death of a family member, someone sick, right? The effect seems to spread across the entire team. It's important to understand and prioritize the activities that each employee is actually doing and promote well-being for yourself and your team, right? Always put your mask on first, right? So you have to identify your well-being first and foremost. This could include such things as, offering personal development tools like mindfulness and resilience, right? These are words that we don't hear all the time, but we should probably look them up, identify it, and come up with a strategic plan for it. Or explicitly encouraging people to take time for exercise and other activities. I went running this weekend, and it's been a while since I ran, so it felt really, really good to get out there. And luckily, it was from the benefit of a good friend of mine saying, hey, you want to go running this weekend? I said, absolutely. And my body said, I can push through this. And my mind said, slow down, Jim. Don't burn out. My heart rate was like at 186, and I need to get that back down to a good target rate of about 140. So we need to allow time to disconnect outside of work. While the rigors of high performance and culture may require consistent forces, the always on the mindset of working harder and getting things done, it's dangerous and it's unproductive because it fails to take recovery time into account. I think we overstep recovery time. I think we totally ignore it. right? So just like some of us do that with exercise. I mean, even though I wasn't running, I was doing other things, staying in shape, right? So even the best athletes, as we're watching the Olympics, on the best teams require time to rest and recover. So we have to be intentional about when you expect your team members and yourself to engage in the office and to be intentional and explicit when not to engage. Like no emails after 8 p.m. or on weekends, for example. I mean, I was working till 1 o'clock in the morning because I had some things on my mind. I had some projects I needed to get done, and I saw one of my other employees sending out emails at the same time. I'm like, go to bed, all right? So, I mean, dedication is huge, but at the same time, be careful not to burn yourself out. It doesn't cost anything to be kind. I mean, let's get back to the humanity aspect of things. Far too often, I feel that we are saying, you're vaccinated, you're not vaccinated, you're this and you're that. We're segregating everything, and we shouldn't. We need to look at everybody as humans. We are all human beings doing the same thing, and that's what we are. And I think sometimes we miss that. And the benefits for managers are great, right? Empathy and compassion significantly improve employees' performance, the engagement, and the profitability of your balance sheet and or the company overall. You need to be asking yourself, is it really my job as a manager to focus on the people's resilience? To encourage them to practice mindfulness? Well, our well-being has an impact on the people we work with and on the people who work for us. The bottom line here is, for managers, it is that your personal development makes each person and the entire team better, enabling higher performance and engagement over time. So yes, is it important? Absolutely. Doing well at your work and encouraging people to feel well isn't just possible. It's the foundation of high performance team. It really is. Another thing to always remember as a leader or a manager is that everyone makes mistakes. So just, far too often we make mistakes and we really are punitive on these people. We need to address it, sure, but we don't need to demoralize them. So it just makes sense that in the best organizations, leaders view mistakes and failures that happen in the course of just trying to do a great job as an opportunity. This is truly an opportunity for creative solutions. Harshly disciplining employees for making mistakes not only escalates stress levels, it also stifles creativity, risk-taking, and the potential of innovations that could have resulted in a fair or forgiving work environment. We have to really understand to get people outward and not push them inward. When they go inward, we all do it. I've done it, right? We go inward, and what happens when we go inward, we go into self-destruct mode. We really do. I'm not going to talk to that person anymore. I'm going to show them. And what we kill off is possibility. And our probability just goes out the window, right? Zero probability when we go inward. So enforcing general boundaries is necessary. But it's a self-defeating approach to make people work in fear. It really is. So if you're being worked in fear, pushed in fear, check the box there and, communicate to a higher power within the organization. If it's coming from the higher power, then I'm sorry. It might be that time to reevaluate. But it's a self-defeating approach to make people work in fear of making mistakes while they are learning tasks or processes or trying out new ideas. So, good points made. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. How do you help a team member or coworker that won't take care of their own stress or anxiety? That's, you have to kind of identify with them and say, listen, if you want X, then you need to do this. You got to look at the base foundation of anyone in their own personal life. So ask them some questions. What do you want? Where do you want to go to? What position do you want? What incentives do you want to hit? What vacation do you want to go on? And then bring it back. And then also, as going through it, it's not just push, 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 push. I mean, I've had some nice sports cars, and I've gone to the track and raced them with high octane, where flames are going out the tailpipes. And if I ran my car on the track 3 laps, full tank of gas, right, 16 gallons, I think, my temperature on my engine was super, super high, higher than I've ever seen it before. I needed to pull off the track and let my engine cool off. If I didn't do that, my engine would seize, and the piston rings would seize with the cylinders, and that was it. And a $25,000 engine's gone, and I'd have to get a new engine in there. That's not good for a 6.2 ZR1 engine. It's not at all. So you have to maintain that. You have to take it easy. So when you're talking to people, say, yeah, do you want to go fast? Absolutely. Cool. Let's go fast. But now after we push for 3 weeks, I want you to take 3 days off and make it a nice 5-day weekend. Go on vacation with your loved ones. And don't worry about it. We have it all backed up for you here at Becker Logistics or wherever you're at. And we have a supporting team. When employees feel like they have to do everything and keep pushing and pushing and pushing and no one's listening or no one's there as an advocate, that's where you run into problems. So great question there. Great questions. Thanks a lot, Cassie. Appreciate that. Glad you're here. Glad everybody's here. Thank you for the comments and good thinking, Jim. Thanks, bud. Appreciate it, Brian. So in conclusion, and thanks for the comments. So going to the conclusion, I just want to say workplace stress can lead to a diminishing return, especially for employees, and a diminished employee engagement. It can lead to burnout. There could be a decomposition of everything, and there could be a breakup of the cohesion of said team as well. We need to use some of the tips I mentioned to help you as a manager or your manager or the team that you're working within, right? How do we manage that stress and sustain more consistent rates of operational output and quality of outcomes? We need to shift that workplace culture to a more positive working environment. Hey, Karen. Hi, everyone. It's good to see you. So listen, with that, I'm going to leave you. Hello. Thank you very much for being here. Really do appreciate being here live with you guys. And, if you get a chance, pick up a couple of Ethereum, ETH, and enjoy the ride because we're in a bull run and we're not stopping. So it's on our way up. So enjoy. So have a great day, great week. Thanks, guys.